What is happening, YouTube? And welcome back, guys, to another episode on Mob Talk UK. Today we're going to be talking about a lad from the town of Oldham in the Greater Manchester area. He's called Sebastian Jones, also known as Chop Chop. Now his mates call him Seb, and I think the nickname Chop Chop must come from, the Australian criminal Mark Chopper Reed. You must have seen the film Chopper. I think maybe that's where this guy's got his nickname from. But yeah, he's called Sebastian Jones, known as Seb, and his nickname to his pals is Chop Chop. He's recently just been sentenced to jail for 7 years. So he's got quite the reputation around these parts. But today we're going to be talking about this one particular incident, which has just seen Seb get sent down for a 7-year stretch. Now, Seb has just been sent down because he's been caught on CCTV beating and attacking a 40-year-old man following a night out in Oldham Town Centre. Now, this guy that he actually beat up and caved in on the street was actually a good pal of his. Greater Manchester Police say that Jones launched a violent attack against his victim at around 4 a.m. on Monday, July the 15th, 2024. Footage captured the moment Jones left a nightclub before heading towards the victim and punched him to the ground. The force from Seb's attack caused the victim to fall to the ground, where Seb then continued to assault him. Members of the public called police out to the scene, who discovered the victim on the floor with very serious injuries to his head. Emergency services administered first aid before the victim left the scene and returned home. He attended hospital in a critical condition later that day. GMP says it searched a property on Dickens Street in Moorside where officers had a warrant, but Sebastian Jones was already actively evading police. A manhunt was then launched to find him before he was found 7 days later in Bury. Seb was charged with Section 18 assault and remanded into custody. He denied the allegation, but following a 3-day trial at Manchester Crown Court back in January, Sebastian Jones was found guilty. Seb of Dickens Street, Oldham, has now been sentenced to 7 years imprisonment. Detective Superintendent Walker from GMP's Oldham district said the level of violence displayed by Jones was completely unacceptable and cowardly. The victim was defenceless on the ground and Jones carried out a sustained attack, causing significant injuries which have left a lasting impact on the victim and his family. Greater Manchester Police will not tolerate any form of violence. After the savage assault, he actively evaded police and showed no remorse for his actions. He is now rightly facing the consequences of his behaviour. Now, interestingly, the lad that Seb battered was a guy called Ray Logan, and it was actually really good pals. They've actually been best mates for years. So I don't think anybody knows for sure what went on between them that night, what argument broke out, what they fell out over. But yeah, they were actually really good mates. They'd been out that day drinking. I think they'd been doing a bit of coke as well, it's been said. But they've been out on a bender all day together, two good mates. By the end of the night, they'd had a falling out and Seb's ended up caving his head in. Really badly. He's left this lad with lifelong injuries. But yeah, the guy he's battered, his mate, is called Ray Logan. During the 3-day trial at Manchester Crown Court, the jury heard that Jones assaulted father of 4, Ray Logan, after a night out in Oldham Town Centre on July the 14th, where the two had visited Bee's Knees and Liquid and Envy nightclub. Seb, 37 years old, said in the trial that he considered and still considers Mr. Logan to be one of his best friends and that the pair have in fact known each other for over 10 years. He also said that the two had been out for much of Sunday, July the 14th, with a group of other pals at St Anne's Rugby Club. The two men had been engaged in rounds of drinks, including lager and later on spirits at Mr. Logan's home and the town centre, as well as having shared a few grams of cocaine throughout the day. CCTV images shown at the court for the trial showed that Mr. Ray Logan was standing with friends on Yorkshire Street at around 4:14 a.m. outside Envy nightclub before he turned and began to walk down the road. Seb Jones then enters the camera frame, walking towards Mr. Logan before he delivers a brutal punch to the head. The punch caused Ray Logan to immediately fall to the ground, where Seb continued to punch Logan 4 to 6 more times in quick succession, aiming the majority of the blows to the head. Ray Logan ultimately suffered multiple traumatic brain injuries and multiple blades to the brain, which resulted in him needing surgery to alleviate the pressure. The court heard that doctors have said Mr. Logan will likely be left with a significant lifelong disability. Following the assault, Seb ran from the police for a week and hid at friends' houses. Sentencing Sebastian Jones at Manchester Crown Court on April the 16th, His Honour Judge Davis said, "There has been some disagreement about what may have happened that night to cause you to do what you did, nothing which could have justified your actions. Mr. Logan clearly did not think it was anything serious because he came towards you in a friendly manner and with no aggression." Judge Davis explained that Mr. Logan's injuries have had devastating effects on his wife and child. He said, "The impact of what happened on her and their child, who he did so much for, has ultimately changed their lives forever." The judge said that Sebastian Jones has 12 previous convictions for 19 offences. 2 of these offences include similar incidents in which he assaulted other friends while under the influence of alcohol. His first conviction of wounding saw him hit a friend over the head with a pool cue in a pub and also attack the landlord. Judge Davis accepted that Jones was genuinely devastated to have caused the injuries to Mr. Logan and that his life too has been impacted. However, he said this is incomparable to Mr. Logan's impact. He said, "At some point you will be released from prison and be able to rebuild your life, something that Mr. Logan will never be able to do." Sebastian Jones was sentenced to 7 years in prison, with the judge stating that probation services had said he views violence as normal, and this is seen by his previous convictions. So there we go, guys. That is the current situation with Mr. Sebastian Jones, aka Chop Chop from Oldham, Greater Manchester. Now sent down for a 7-year stretch for beating the living daylight out of his best mate, Ray Logan. Thanks for tuning in for this latest episode of Mob Talk UK, guys. As always, be safe, be well. I'll see you very soon.